Hey, it's Jackie with Silencio. In this video, we're going to um, create something that doesn't exist in this navigation here. So far, there's a link in the footer called COVID Tracker. When I open that up, I'm getting this error across the top of the screen. You're not authorized to view this resource, which is telling me that it's either unpublished or I don't have permission for it. If we look in the article manager, this is in the school headlines category, which I think would be on the news and the blog page, but I don't see it there. The other thing that I notice here is that its access is set to registered, which is what's giving us that error that we're not authorized to view this. So the goal is to take this article that doesn't necessarily need to continue to live in news and give it its own presence on the website. How would I go about that? First, let's move this from the school headlines, and then we're going to use a more generic category, either this other do not delete or homepage module category. Those would work and probably be fine. I mean, if we wanted to create another category, we could. I'm going to choose other do not delete for now. And I'm going to change the access. And maybe I don't see it because I'm up here, access level. This is usually on this screen, but I think because I'm in HTML only mode or code mirror, I'm not seeing that. So I'm going to go ahead and change this access to public. Registered means you're going to have a password to get in to view that page. And public is going to be necessary for this to happen. So first we're moving it to a non-category. What I mean by that is a category that's not necessarily displaying articles on the website. So that's the first thing, is where does this article live? The second thing, which you could have an article in the headlines and still do with this next step if that's what you want to accomplish. The next step is we're going to go to usually there's a sub menu or a hidden menu related to your site or subsite. So in this instance, we've got a church site and we're considering the school a sub-site. So the church is blue and the school site is green. And so usually there's in the menu, there's a main navigation that shows up for a site, and that same main navigation shows up for the subsite. And then usually there's a subset of menus that will adopt some different properties specific to the site or subsite respectively. We're going to create just a brand new menu item. We're going to choose the menu item type. We're going to choose, and this kind of froze on me. That hasn't happened for a minute. We're going to choose under articles, we're going to choose single article. So this is going to display an article. If that article gets restricted to registered again or set to unpublished, then this page is going to throw a 404 error. But we're going to select a single article and then go pick that article from this list. So the COVID tracker is the one. And then we'll go ahead and call it the same thing. Let the alias auto-generate. So if you're familiar with the word slug or URL, that's going to be what this is. And as long as I don't put this as a sub menu item under another parent menu item, this will be immediately after the .com or .org of your site. Other settings that I would be sure to adjust. In this instance, in the current way we do things in our sites, we're going to have to assign either that it'll adopt the church look if I don't set it to use the school look, which is this template. We're going to use the school outline here on this screen. So if I save that, I'm going to refresh the home page because that's where that link is located. And the URL, I guess I don't know if this was created by grabbing that URL from the headlines or how it was created specifically. We're going to try this. It's using that URL that was already pre-listed, but here's the COVID tracker. Now we should be able to, or I could have typed this in, look at just COVID tracker to see that information. So we lost the picture under the menu or the hero picture, but everything else should be there. So, and this is using the parish top module. So the other thing I could check module assignments here. I think we may have some things to check. Well, I think it's just going to be better to go to modules and I think I called these top links. Nope. And this is going to be in top. So the header, all except selected. So I need to, so by default, if a new menu item is created, it's going to get the header for the church. So we're going to have to deselect that or select it so the church one goes away, and then add the school button and contact information respectively. There it is. So now we have the one that matches the school. So I hope that makes sense. This is how you create a single article menu item in whatever category, whether it's an existing category or not, and or a page that a category displaying